What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new, I'm Ben Allen, and what I want you to do right now is go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on the little notifications. That way you guys can stay up to date with all my new content when it comes out and just be right there when it does. But without further ado, last week I talked about the 5 things I dislike about the Army, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the 5 things I love about the Army. So let's get to it. Alright guys, what's up? So straight off the bat, my first thing that I really like about the Army is the educational benefits, right? And pretty much like they're just simply amazing. That's one of the main reasons why I joined. Like I really didn't want to spend my parents' money going to college, or let alone my own money. You know, I kind of wanted to like, you know, do it on my own and, you know, like not have my parents front the money for college and stuff like that. So what the recruiter told me like really stood out pretty much, because you get the GI Bill, and I enlisted in Texas, so I get the Hazelwood Act, which is like an extra 150 credits worth of college that I get just from that Hazelwood Act alone, which I can transfer to like my kids at any point in time that I would like, you know, when I would like. And the GI Bill, which pretty much covers like 36 months, I believe it is, worth of college once you get out, which to me sounds pretty good, because you can start getting some of that college like done while you're in the Army, because they give you about $4,000 a year of tuition assistance, like just free. Like every year, $4,000 tuition assistance. You just go to your educational center and they will hook it up for you. You know, you sign up for college, enroll, and you won't even be touching your GI Bill. It'll just be that $4,000 from TA pretty much, which is amazing. And then also, like the GI Bill not only covers like your schooling, but it covers all the expenses that will come with that schooling pretty much. So like if you have books, right, or you need to buy like a school computer and stuff like that, like it's covered. And also I want to say what is it? Oh yeah, so like while you're in school, they will also pay your BAH, which is your basic allowance for housing, at the rate of an E5 or a sergeant in the Army for that area's cost of living, which I think is awesome, and I'm hella down for that. Like that's amazing, like pretty much getting paid to go to school. Like yeah, you have to sacrifice 3 to 4 years of your life, you know, like doing Army stuff, but I think it's definitely worth it, because you know, not a lot of people are ready for college right when they get out of high school. They only go because that's pretty much what they've done, you know, since like elementary school. But I think it's really beneficial. Educational benefits, really big thing. I love it. But yeah. All right, so the second thing I love about the Army is the room for advancement pretty much. And I mean that in like more ways than one. So like, yeah, you get promoted like automatically at certain times throughout your career. But also, like, depending on how bad you want it, you can get promoted faster, right? You can get wavered if you're a good soldier, if you put in the work, you put in the effort, right? And as you get promoted, you get paid more as well. And to me, that's really awesome. Like, not only does getting promoted come with more money, but it comes with more responsibility. And pretty much, like, it develops you as a person and as a leader as you, like, grow up in the Army. And room for advancement, I don't only mean, like, promotion-wise. I mean, like, pretty much like you can take like a really shitty person that was like outside of the military, and once they join, like they start changing pretty much, and like their mindset advances, and they become a better like overall person because of being in the military. And to me, that's awesome. Like you're spiritually advanced, you're financially advanced, and you know, your rank is advanced as well. So that's another thing I really like about the Army. Like, as you're gonna go as far as you want pretty much. Like if you want it, you're hungry, like you'll get those waivers, like you'll get promoted above your peers and everything like that. Like to me, that's really great. Like I've always liked that idea, you know, like you get what you put in pretty much. The third thing I love about the Army is the financial benefits. You know, we talked about the educational benefits, but financially, right, you know, you're not making like all that much when you first start out, right? Like let's say as a private, it was like maybe like $640 every 2 weeks out of the month, right? So you can do the math. I suck at it, so I'm not. But yeah, but like if you're single and you're living in the barracks, like you get free electricity, free food because of the DFAC pretty much, which is covered in your allowance, your BAS. I talked about that in my last video, which you can check out on the 5 things I dislike, you know. But Yeah, and pretty much like your room is free, utilities is free, like all the stuff that they give you, like all the gear, it's free pretty much. And like, yeah, you have to turn some of it back in, but a lot of it you get to keep, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like pretty much the only thing you have to worry about is whatever bills you may have, which is like me, I only have a phone bill and a car bill. Like that's not a lot. And I'm pocketing a good amount of the money that I'm making, right? And it's really beneficial, especially if you're lucky enough to catch a deployment like early on in your career. Like when I was a private, like, you know, I got to my unit, they're like, hey, you're deploying in a month. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what to expect. But I came back from that deployment with like $20,000, like as a private. Like I could only imagine if I was a specialist or a sergeant at that time, like that would have been amazing money to have, like crazy good. Like I would have, you know, head over heels, you know, it's great. But the Army really does take care of you in the terms of giving you a place to live, giving you food, paying you utilities, all that stuff. So I really love that as well. It's just one of those things that, you know, like it takes care of you pretty much. But yeah, guys, that's number 3. Number 4 is it builds life skills. And what I mean by that is like, yeah, so like I joined right out of high school, right? Like the only thing I knew was like, you know, like schoolwork, football, theater, stuff like that. And you know, like not really a whole lot, but I joined the military like at 18 and I was pretty much forced to grow up, you know, because you have to take on these responsibilities. You have to be a leader. You have to step it up. You have to accomplish the mission. And I feel like the fast-paced tempo that, you know, the Army expects from you really forces you to grow up faster than you want to. But I'm very happy for that because, you know, not only have I learned like great leadership strategies from the Army, just like how to interact with other people, higher ups, you know, like I feel like overall I've learned a bunch of skills that I can later, you know, put towards my civilian career once I get out of the military and better help me progress in my future, whatever I choose to do. But the skills it gives you, I really like them. I'm all for it. Like I think everybody comes out a better person for the most part, you know, once they get out of the military or just even being in the military in general. But yeah, the life skills the Army gives you, they're great, like for the most part. All right, guys, and last but not least, my favorite thing overall, number 5, is the people. Like the people that you meet in the military, honestly, so amazing. Like they come from all different walks of life, different backgrounds, races, ethnicities, my bad. But yeah, like, and they really make like the shitty like parts of the Army so much better because you're not going through it alone. Like they're there with you, to your left, to your right, and they're just, you know, you're cracking jokes, you're having a good time, right? And like some of the friendships I've made in the Army are stronger than some friendships that I've made, like, you know, throughout like my whole life pretty much in like a shorter amount of time. But I wouldn't trade these people for the world. You know, you have like some really, really good people and you meet some really, really bad people. But, you know, it just teaches you because you get to learn from their experiences that they've been through, right? Because you might have been sheltered before you joined the Army. And then you meet somebody who's lived a hard life, you know, since they were like 12, you know, or a teenager. Or you meet somebody who's really pampered, right, or spoiled. And, you know, you get to learn from them as well. Or, you know, it's amazing. Like, I can honestly say I probably know at least one person from every state in America, right? The United States. But I'm proud of that because, you know, it's cool to know people. Networking is such a big thing in today's world, right? A lot of people say it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I feel like the more people you meet in the military, the better you're setting yourself up for future success, you know, because, you know, they could get out of the military, start a really big company or something, and they'd be like, oh yeah, I remember you, Alvarado. Like, you know, we were best buds in the Army, you know, like, hey, yeah, come work for me or something. Just something along that lines. Like, I just love the people. Like, I'm a very social person. Like, to me, meeting somebody new is a great thing because you get to learn more from them and you take their experiences and you can apply that to your like future experiences, you know what I mean? But overall, like, it's really great. I love the people. Like, that's my number one thing that I love about the Army, like, to this day. It's amazing. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. That's my top 5 things that I love about the Army. I really hope you enjoyed it, right? If you guys liked it, go ahead and pound that like button right now. And also, comment down below what you think your favorite part about the Army is going to be. You know, whether it's the educational benefits or the financial benefits or the people or anything like that. I'd really love to hear it. Also, let me know what you guys thought about the video. Your input really helps me build the channel and make every video better with each go around. And that's the ultimate goal here, to build the channel, reach a bigger audience, and just, you know, spread all my knowledge to you guys. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys tune into the next one. I love y'all. Later.